now that likes are hidden, like I always say, I'm the first person to like all my tweets because like if I don't like it, I like it. I put that idea out there. I love my idea, And I mean, when I see people and they put out a tweet and has 0 likes, I'm like, you didn't even like your own idea. Like you like it, you said it, and
they're called reply girls.
Hi. Welcome to Reply Girls.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I'm so excited to be doing this. You're definitely one person I had in mind when I started doing this. It was like, this would be really fun.
Thank you so much. I identify as a reply girl, so I really appreciate that.
I was going to say, you do it well.
Okay, Claire Kart, CMO at Aztec. That's true. Mother of chains. That's true. So Mother of Chains, I mean, okay, I'll keep going. Mother of Chains, in testnet, reply girl, my opinions. I mean, the last thing is like I work at a company, so our GC was like, could you just put these are your opinions? I'm like, yeah, better put that. Especially because I get a little spicy sometimes. Yeah. Reply girl, that's obvious. We just talked about that.
I love reply girling so much. Like,
Wait, do you have a favorite reply girl moment that you've had?
some of my replies have gone viral. Like a couple of my replies have gone viral. A lot of it's about relationship advice. So it's totally outside of crypto Twitter. Like I follow people who will be like, don't marry a man who does X. And I'll be on the replies being like, yes. And I'll share something. And then it doesn't go as viral as the original tweet, right? But the original tweet goes so viral, you can kind of like ride the coattails a bit. But yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on crypto marketing and relationship advice. So.
You have a very like positive energy around the kind of like, I'm not here for it. I'm not putting up with that. I'm not going to do the fake niceties thing or whatever. Within crypto, are there things where you're like, I have 0 time for that? Like that is not, I don't resonate with that. What would an example of that be? You're like, yes, so many things.
The long list of things I have 0 time for. Okay, I have 0 time for looking at a business and thinking that certain people within that business have more to contribute than others. I think we all are needed to move the industry forward. And, it's fine to say, okay, at this phase of the business, maybe this function is a little bit more important or they're kind of driving. That's fine. But to outright be like, these people have nothing to contribute. I mean, are you joking me? Has anyone here ever looked at business outside of our industry ever? It doesn't exist. Like point to a successful business where just like a bunch of engineers somehow successfully launched a product. I don't have time for like bad conferences. I think now, especially that the market conditions have shifted from like last year, I just know there's going to be so many more conferences and like the frenzy around go to every conference. And I'm much more in a place where I'm like, let's pick a couple that are going to have a big business impact, really show up. Yeah, maybe we send one BD person, around to many different places to get kind of a pulse, but let's really focus our efforts and like show up in a big way. So yeah, just I want to remain bear market focused in the bull market. I think like my disposition remains very centered regardless of the cycle. Yeah. And there are certain business opportunities you need to sort of act on given the market conditions, right? So I'm not saying the strategy doesn't change. The strategy changes. But because I've been through a couple cycles, in my head, I have a sense of, okay, this is what's going to need to shift. But I feel very like centered. Like I don't feel like frenzied to do X, Y, or Z. And I think like growing and leading a team, taking a project to market, if you get into this mindset of like chasing everything, I mean, sure, but you're not going to have a team in a year. Everyone is going to be exhausted. So I think like that hindsight and knowing I've made it through a couple times is nice. So I did GTMCon at DevCon, GTMCon 0. And I think, so many people approach me and they're like, wow, like what an overnight success. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice that you think that I could actually put that together just that quickly, like come up with the idea, like I for a very long time working in the industry have been trying to advocate for marketers having more of a seat at the table, more of a voice, not because I'm like marketers are great, just because like having taken products and businesses to market before, like I know you need everybody, right? You really need everybody. GTM was like the first successful attempt to really get that message to break through. So I feel very lucky because so many great people like decided to join me. I don't know if this is well known, but I self-funded it. Like I paid for everything.
No, I don't think so.
Because I had approached people and I had been like, do you want to sponsor this? And they were like, huh? Like an event for marketers, like whatever would you talk about? And I'm like, oh, we talk about marketing, you know?
There's so much actually.
Yeah, there's so much we would talk about. Maybe we could just hang out and like a lot of like, you know, technical people do at their events. They just hang out. So anyway, I was just like, you know what, forget it. And I just did the bare minimum and self-funded it. And I'm very proud. And I think people have been asking me, okay, when's the next one? And I think my whole thing is like, I'm not monetizing it. It's not part of some bigger strategy, except that I just wanted marketers to have a voice and a place to gather and connect. I don't know what will become of it, but I think it did what I wanted it to do, which was just to sort of prove a point that this is an important conversation we need to be having. And wherever it goes next, not sure. Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to be and a great place to end it. Thank you so much for coming on Reply Girls.
Thank you so much for having me. I know, I was looking forward to this.